Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey there folks, I'm just sitting here in my old rocking chair on the porch, sipping on my coffee, and my heart is just running as fast as a Texas Longhorn. You know how it is. I've been watching General Hospital every week like it's the only show on, and let me tell you, this new drop of info about Carly Spencer, that sweet mama Laura Wright plays so good, has me all fired up and waiting on the edge of my seat. It seems like the time has come when Carly just can't hold back no more. She finally got a real look at Josslyn's ring right there inside Windermere, and her eyes lit up like a Christmas tree in July. She could see plain as day that her girl is locked away somewhere deep inside that old castle, and Carly's got that mama bear fire in her blood. She ain't about to sit around watching Josslyn being held captive a second longer. Oh no, she's got plans to bust in there and bring that sweet child home, no holding back. But then there's this man named Valentin Cassadine, played by James Patrick Stewart, and he's been right there beside her, holding her reins like a good old cowboy. He's been saying, "Slow down, darling." Candace saying, "We got to think this through before we make a mistake." Valentin's been the voice of reason, the one who's been pushing Carly to be smart about it. And I got to say, that makes me smile because he sounds just like one of them wise fellers who's been through the wars. Now, I hear tell that on the show coming up on June 15th, Carly's fixing to team up with her husband, Sonny Corinthos, that big strong man Maurice Bernard brings to life. And they're going to cook up some kind of plan together. But here's where it gets real interesting. On the 16th, it looks like Valentin's going to step up and help Carly out too. I'm thinking to myself, that man's got a heart of gold, and he's going to be right in the middle of it all. You know, when I first started watching GH, I never thought I'd be feeling this way about a soap opera. I remember back when I was a youngin', running around the oil fields in Oklahoma, falling head over heels for that girl I met at a dance hall. We had our fair share of fights over money and hard times. But that one little look, that one little ring on her finger, it reminded me of Josslyn's ring in this story. It's that same feeling of, I got to bring her home safe. I've been sitting here thinking, life's too short to sit and worry. If Carly can find that strength inside herself, and Valentin can come around with that steady hand, then maybe, just maybe, the whole family will get a happy ending. I hope so. I really do. So there it is, folks. Carly's got the fire, Sonny's got the muscle, and Valentin's got the heart. Whatever happens next, I'll be right here rooting for them all. You know how it is when something good hits you, it lights you up inside, and this one does. I've been watching every single day, and let me tell you, Carly Spencer, that beautiful Laura Wright woman, she's about to hit rock bottom and then spring right back up stronger than ever. But we ain't talking about the bad stuff first. We're talking about the heart of it all. Valentin Cassadine and that quiet, steady man, Jack Brennan. And the road they're both fixing to walk for the love of Carly and for Josslyn. It started when Valentin got a real good look at what Jack Brennan told him. And he figured the man was dead right. The only way to keep moving forward, the only way to keep getting closer to the truth, is to keep reaching out to Z. That man in the shadows, that mystery caller, he's the key, and Valentin knows it now clearer than ever. But here's where it gets heavy, friends. He knows darn well that once he steps into that Z role, he might have to head straight back to Steinmauer prison. That old stone wall, those cold cells, he might be sitting there again, same as he was before. And yet, that man, that brave, stubborn man, he's willing to do it. He's willing to sit behind bars again, to risk it all, just so he can help Carly. That right there, y'all, is the kind of sacrifice that makes a grown man cry on his porch swing. He's doing it for her, for the woman who's been through so much already. It's selfless in a way that makes your chest tight and your eyes water. I remember back when I was a young feller, just 20, working them long oil rigs in Oklahoma. My girl, the one I fell head over heels for at that little dance hall, she got herself into some real tight spots. Money ran out, friends turned on us, and one time she was locked in a situation she couldn't get out of without taking a huge risk. I almost walked away that night thinking maybe I was better off alone. But I sat down under that big old sycamore tree, looked at the stars, and I said to myself, no, sir, I'm not letting her face this alone. So I went back, took the risk, even though it scared me half to death. We made it through. We got married, had our girl, and now here I am, 80 years old, still looking at life the same way. Valentin's doing the same thing for Carly. That's the American way, ain't it? Standing up when it hurts, when it scares you, when the whole world's telling you to walk away. And I love that about these characters. I love that Valentin's willing to go back to prison for her. It shows a love so deep It don't even ask for anything back. But listen, friends, here's the part that's going to keep you up at night. Carly, that fierce Mama Laura Wright plays so perfect, she still has to take some risks of her own. She can't just sit back and watch Josslyn be trapped in that nightmare forever. Windermere's got her daughter locked inside, and Carly sees that ring, that pretty little ring on Josslyn's finger, and her heart just about breaks. She wants to run in there right now, break down every door, pull her girl out herself. But Valentin keeps her steady, keeps her thinking, and now, with everything that's happened on the 16th, when Ross Cullum gets his hands on some fresh information, I don't know what it is yet, but I got a feeling it's going to be something big. Carly's going to be backed up against the wall on the 17th. That's when the heat's going to turn up. And here's the big question I'm sitting here asking myself. Does Cullum sniff it out? Does he start to piece together that Carly tried to sneak into Windermere? Does he start to suspect it's all about finding Josslyn? Because if he does, oh boy, the drama's just going to get even thicker. That man, Ross Cullum, I'm telling you, he's been watching, he's been collecting clues, and now he's about to get a real good look. I remember another time years ago when my own boy, the one who's grown up now and got his own family, got into some real trouble. He was working with some bad crowd, and he didn't know how to get out. I had to make a choice. Do I walk away and let him figure it out himself, or do I risk my own neck to get him out? I chose the risk. I talked to the right people. I made some calls, and we got him through it. It was scary. It was messy. But when he called me later, voice all shaky, and said, "Dad, thanks for saving me," I knew I did the right thing. That's the same fight Carly's in right now. She's going to have to risk it all, even if it scares her, even if it means getting caught or worse. But Valentin's there to remind her, Jack Brennan's there to point the way, and Z, that mystery man, he's the bridge they're all going to cross. But listen close, because here's where it turns sweet as pie. Carly, Josslyn, and Obrecht are going to end up together in that mess. And even if the whole thing ain't pretty, even if it's chaotic and scary, they might just find a way to stick together. Carly's going to join that small hostage crew, and I'm telling you, she's going to help Josslyn and Liesel cook up a plan. Those three women, mother and daughter and that strong older lady, they're all in the same boat, all fighting for the same thing. Could they really sit down and plan how to get out? Could they laugh through the fear? Could they find a way to trick their way free? I hope so. I really do. Because in real life, that's what families do when the world's closing in on them. They huddle up, they think, they take one step at a time. And then there's the thought that's been keeping me up at night. Carly, Josslyn, and Obrecht could pull off a full escape together. That's a choice we got to consider, y'all. It's risky, it's dangerous, it might mean going back into danger, but it's the kind of choice that makes you proud to be human. Valentin's sitting ready to go back to prison for Carly. Carly's sitting ready to risk everything for Josslyn. And now these three women together, well, that's a family fighting with everything they got. So there it is, y'all. Valentin ready to go back to Steinmauer, Carly ready to step right into danger, Cullum maybe pointing that gun, and Josslyn and Obrecht right there with her. This is the kind of story that sticks with you long after the credits roll. It reminds you that love is worth fighting for, even when it costs you everything. And I'm telling you, these characters got more fight in them than I got hairs on my head. Y'all reckon Cullum's going to catch wind of Carly's plan? Is Valentin really going to sit behind bars for her? Or is there another twist coming that's going to knock us all flat? Just send me the next bit of info whenever you're ready. The more you tell me, the more I can write, and I'm sitting right here with a big old smile on my face, ready to keep talking. This is fun, ain't it? We're sitting here together, talking about the show we both love. Come on, y'all, send me more when you can. I'm waiting on the porch swing with my coffee, heart wide open.